Hey y'all, it's me Reese, and as you could probably tell, I'm starting to get sick. My voice is down in this lower register, and I kind of like it, but I don't like having to even remotely be sick to be able to get it. Um, so, just a couple of things I kind of ran through my mind today. Um, one of them are one of them is, I should say, is exes. We all have exes, and some of them, end up remaining in our lives as friends. Some of them fade away, sometimes like memories. And there's some exes that have quote unquote faded away that you wish you could still keep contact with, or at least, just keep tabs on. Um, I have well, I used to have actually quite a few exes that have stayed in contact with me throughout the years, and it seems that life deals us various hands, and for whatever reason we make new friends, we lose old friends, and that's just kind of how it goes. There is, excuse me, there's a couple of exes that that are still in my life that I'm grateful that are there. And there's a couple of exes in my life that wish weren't, um, which that'll resolve itself. There's a couple of exes that have faded away that I wish I knew how they were doing. One of them being Sarah Hicks. Now, that relationship, we loved each other. We did. Um, I loved her with all my heart, and she did love me, but for whatever reason, at one point or another, things just kind of fell apart, you know, and it was kind of sad because there was a child involved, and to this day, I still remember him, and I still wonder what happened to him, and if he even remembers me. Um, the last time I'd spoken to her was a couple of years ago after I found out that my most recent of exes was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. If you go back through my YouTube, you'll find Brandy's radioactive iodine treatment when we found out that she was able to get it done. That was the last time that I spoke to her. That was probably back in '09, something like that. And I first got with Sarah back in 2004 when I was still living in Nashville, Tennessee. Um, Actually, it was 2003, and it wasn't until 2004 that I had moved out back to California. Went down to LA. Lived with her there. We were together for 8 months. She was a massage therapist. There was a few things that went wrong on both of our ends. I'm not going to say that it was all her fault or that it was all my fault because we both played a part in it, and I was young, and there were some things I didn't understand. Plus, I was dealing with my back at the time, and there was a couple of promises made that were broken. That's kind of another thing with me. Don't make a promise to me and not keep it. You know, um, she had promised to be there uh, either the date of my first back surgery or at least within the next couple of days following. I was in the hospital for I think 5 days after my first back surgery, and not once did she show up. But I did talk to her on the phone, and she admitted that um, that she just could not stand the thought of seeing me that vulnerable. I can understand that. And she also didn't want her son Tyler to see me that vulnerable either. Because, you know, the best way we could describe it to him was that I had a boo-boo. And it's a little bit harder to describe to, to a 6-year-old that the boo-boo is that bad that the doctors had to go in and put metal in. I hung out with her a few times after that. We hung out, hugged, held hands, and it looked like that things were going to get back together. And then another ex of mine kind of stepped in, and Brandy is forever mad at that ex. It's a whole vicious cycle. But Sarah is somebody that I still think about from time to time, and I wonder how she's doing. And I often wonder if she's ever looked me up on Facebook, has kept track of my transition, or has seen any of my